People, Deluded, I'm back again. Now, sorry for the late post, but Arsenal's under-18s on Thursday advanced to the next stage of the FA Youth Cup after defeating Southampton's under-18s a 0-0. Now, I'm happy for the boys. Good performance. Herbert, the keeper, important saves. Ben Cottrell, Charlie Patino, Alfie Matthews when he was there, Greenwood the same, Nathan Butler, Deji, Matthew Dennis when he came off the bench. What a goal. Forgive me, I can't remember if he started or not because it's been a lot of football. But man to a man, could not ask for more from these players. Really big performance from the boys. It's cup football, it's knockout football. It's a good competition in the FA Youth Cup. Doesn't mean you're going to have a successful career, but you look at the teams, players that have won it and been to the finals, there's a pattern of having a decent career, and it's the first real bit of silverware for me. I know there's a league title and there's the Premier League Cup at under 18s level, but FA Youth Cup, this is this is what gets you excited. And for me, like, I used to bunk school and go home and watch Jack Wilshere playing in this, people. That's the only time I used to cut school and leave early and these things. So it's a competition I want to see us win. In recent years, we haven't had the most successful of times with it. A couple of years ago, we went to the final with Emil Smith-Rowe, Amici, Tyrese John-Jules, Vontae Daly-Campbell and Saka and the rest of them. We played a very good Chelsea team that had Callum Hudson-Odoi, and they had too much for us. But I always want to get there, man, and I always believe we can. And I think a lot of these players are going to have good careers, and I'm always going to back our young players. Obviously, there's some tough teams in this competition, but I see no reason as to why we can't get to the final. The only criticism I could say of this game is that it took us a while into the second half, really, if I remember correctly, forgive me if I'm wrong, to break down Southampton. We started well. Ben Cottrell playing lovely passes, Patino the same. The whole team looks confident, people. Obviously, it's a good look as well, before I carry on, of a number of schoolboys on the bench. The highly rated Mon Louise, who plays frequently at under 18s level. Remy Mitchell, young keeper. Obviously, you had Flores as well, and a couple other players. And listen, some of our first year scholars next season are going to be decent. You've got them. I think our under-16s won 6-7-0 against Aston Villa, and Omari Hutchinson, he reminds me a bit of Joe Willett, very tidy player, played in that game and played quite well. So we've got some very good youth players. But back to the Southampton game, we started very well. I feel Nathan Butler down the right hand side, putting in lovely balls. He put in a number of good well-drilled crosses that we should have got on the end of. There were some moments where Southampton could have taken the lead, or for all our dominance throughout the whole game, could have made us pay for not taking opportunities. Herbert, our goalie, had to obviously be equal to a number of saves, and he's of Polish descent. If you look at Szczesny and Fabianski and just the goalkeeping thing Arsenal have, I think he'll go on to have a professional career or a half-decent career, because he's got a good attitude, that lad, man. But we're in the game, we're playing well. I'm maybe a bit biased, but I feel it's relatively one-sided. I can't remember his name, but Southampton's number 11, only one that really looked like they was going to trouble us. I feel we were putting neat passes together at will. I feel our players were brave in playing the ball around. We just needed a goal, and the longer we don't score, the longer it becomes a thing, and the more we run the risk of being hit on the break by Southampton. And we need to remember, this is cup football, this is ruthless football, this is, there's winners and losers. There's extra time and whatnot if warranted, but there's no do-overs and replays and these things. Once we're out, we are out. And the players clearly had that in mind to a fair degree. And I also feel Katijan, I can never say his name, the young Romanian lad, did well as well. Especially the central midfield-based players, people, they did very well in that regards, man. I feel Alfie Matthews did well up front, marshalling the line. I feel Greenwood had good touches. But again, first half's dead. We just need to score, people. Second half, really, we carried on as we meant to go on. But we just need to score, and we're not able to break down Southampton. And they're starting to have a bit more of a go of it. And you're starting to think to yourself, the longer this goes on, where's our goal going to come from? Are we going to need someone to, really stand up to be counted? And 10 minutes from time, Matthew Dennis, central midfielder by trade, forgive me if I'm wrong, it's going to be difficult to break through at Arsenal, but surely a conversation's got to have been said about him at fullback, because he's very strong running with a ball. It's a lovely goal. If maybe one of the more known Arsenal young players scored that goal, people will be gassing it up on Twitter clips and whatnot. He picks up the ball from deep, strong run, driving run. No one is stopping him, and then he eventually slots it home, and you can see how emotional he was with his celebration and gassed he was, because it was a very good dribble and effort to score, people. Worldy, really. It weren't no 30-yard screamer, but no one could stop him when he got into that stride. And if I was him, I'll be playing that goal week in, day out, to all my man them and stuff, and showing them what I did. It was a good effort, 10 minutes from time, and we deserved that. We go through to the next round having won 1-0. Admittedly, I'm not too sure who we face in the next round, but so far so good from the young lads, and hopefully we can get to the final and, you know, win it and return the FA Youth Cup back to the Emirates. When last did we win that? Jack Wilshere against Liverpool, and that when Tom Ince's age. So when it was all Jack Wilshere, J. Emmanuel Thomas, Frimpong, Connor Henderson, Luke Ayling, who's now at Leeds, was there as well. Benica Fobe was there, didn't play from what I remember. Ozyakup was a part of it. Cedric Avina, he was at Charlton for a second. Sanchez Watt. I'm kind of showing you lot how obsessed I am with youth football with that one, just naming everybody in it. I can remember everyone. Craig Eastman. Yeah, I'm going to get out of here, but fantastic win from the boys. Hopefully it can continue. People, Deluded, I'm out.